I'm Hitesh Patel, Performance Improvement Coach at Accelerate Training. Now, the fundamentals of influence are 7 key tenets of behavior and attitude that allow us to better garner the goodwill and cooperation of others. Let's dip a toe into some of the insights they can share in exerting greater influence in our personal and professional relationships. Fundamental 7. Show your true colours. Trust is by far the most influential factor in our engagement of others. It has many manifestations, one of them being the reassurance that someone's behaviour will be predictable and consistent with the values and beliefs that we attribute to them or value ourselves. When people see the consistency between those values and our behaviours, they're more likely to trust our motives when we ask for their support. Unpredictability and the unknown provoke fear and distrust, which immediately undermine the impact of healthy influence in our relationship with them. Fundamental 7 suggests that we show our true colours, be authentic to our values and beliefs in our behaviours and attitude, sharing our thoughts and emotions and being transparent in our motives. The irony is that the opposite behaviour can also be influential, and that perhaps showing our true colours may leave us vulnerable to manipulation. This can introduce a number of dilemmas when engaging with the human politics of the social, community and work tribes that we belong to. To win the trust of others, it can be tempting to become a social chameleon, changing its colours to suit the others around them, and aligning opinions to validate their beliefs and values so they'll embrace us with their goodwill and support. After all, we know that people like people who are like them, right? Well, yes, acting the part can be one way of exerting greater influence in those circles. But maintaining such a veneer compromises our authenticity, and it can be a thin veil of camouflage that's easily pierced under pressure and may reveal some of the manipulative intentions that destroy trust. Balancing our authenticity with the demands of group acceptance and belonging is a complex challenge that we explore at great depth in our Step Up to Leadership program. It would be disingenuous to give you tips on being authentic, but here are some reminders of what others will judge our authenticity upon. Firstly, in the context of exerting influence, let's keep reminding ourselves that authenticity isn't a technique. Think of it more of a way of being that lets others see our values and beliefs in our motives when dealing with people and situations. When influencing people and outcomes, not everyone's going to be pleased with the outcomes of our decisions and behaviours. And here's where that authenticity will play the biggest part in either maintaining trust and acceptance or provoking feelings of manipulation and alienating others. Actions speak louder than words, so let's preempt any possible misinterpretation of our actions by understanding how people read situations. We should pre-arm the people around us with sufficient insight to the factors we're considering when we make our decisions. Being taken by surprise is what makes people read situations in an irrational way and have a more suspicious interpretation of our motives. Balancing consistency with compassion is key into demonstrating fairness and equality when we're dealing with people. But we also need to be flexible and show empathy when we're considering the extenuating factors that people's lives may introduce. People judge us against the yardstick of their own values, so we should invest time in developing a mutual understanding of each other's values and beliefs. By all means, let's leverage any genuine commonalities between the two, but also celebrate any differences in values and beliefs so that there's a level of understanding that allows us to deal with any difficult situations that arise. Authenticity requires us to give of ourselves, but that doesn't mean voicing every thought and insecurity and the minutiae of our personal lives to anyone that will listen. We need to be discerning in judging what others need to know of us to better instill trust in their reading of our motives and behaviours. As you'll appreciate, there's no prescribable rule book of authenticity, but our programs focus on developing ever-increasing levels of self-awareness and people awareness to better engage with the challenges of personal and professional life. Fundamental 7. Show your true colours. Now, if you fancy exploring these insights to greater depth and then applying them to personal and professional life. Why not give us a call at Accelerate Training and look at some of our programs in sales, leadership, and presentation skills. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Now, if it was helpful to you, perhaps you could help us raise the awareness of Accelerate Solutions. Give us a like, a share, or perhaps leave a comment or two in the notes below. Thank you.